When power slips quietly from hands to feeds, something in you senses it before you can name it. One day it's a human boss weighing trade-offs, the next it's a risk score you never see, deciding if your application moves forward, if your post is shown, if your movement is flagged. The paradox is simple and chilling. The more data a system ingests, the more efficient it becomes, and the more invisible its judgment feels to you. So here's the knife-edge question. If we entrust decisions to algorithms in the name of order and efficiency, how do we keep our humanity from being managed out of the loop? Hold that feeling of a decision about you made elsewhere, and keep it close as we walk through this chapter. Notice where you already outsource judgment today. Yuval Noah Harari wrote Nexus to track how information networks, stories, documents, bureaucracies, and now software shape what humans can know, coordinate, and believe. He's not just cataloging technologies, he's mapping how they reorganize power and meaning. The aim is clear. If networks make our world, understanding their logic is the first step to governing them instead of being governed by them. Ask yourself what kind of network you're feeding with your attention today. Within that arc, this chapter turns to a hard case: totalitarianism in the age of algorithms. Earlier chapters showed how networks connect us and mislead us. Here, the question is what happens when rulers fuse surveillance, data, and computation into a single decision-making pipeline. It matters now because the newest networks don't just carry messages, they recommend, rank, and decide. Ask where in your life a ranking has already become a verdict. The core message is blunt. Algorithms tend to centralize information and decision-making, and that gravity pulls in a direction totalitarian rulers have always wanted, toward one center that sees everything and decides for everyone. The danger is not just oppression from above, it's the quiet internalization of machine judgment below. Ask yourself which judgments you've stopped making because the system will. First key idea. Data floods weaken humans but strengthen machines. In the 20th century, regimes that tried to centralize everything drowned in their own paperwork. Officials couldn't read fast enough, couldn't resolve contradictions, couldn't update in time. But machine learning systems eat data for breakfast. The more you pour in, the sharper the patterns become, the faster the feedback loop tightens. What once overloaded people now lubricates code, which tempts leaders to push more choices upstairs to the algorithmic center. Apply it now by noticing a decision you've postponed because a dashboard or score felt more objective than your own reasoning. Second key idea. When rulers outsource judgment, they also outsource accountability. A screen prints a risk level, a list reshuffles itself, a model spits a recommendation framed as neutral math. But beneath the interface lie values baked into training data and goals chosen by someone or no one explicitly. The human cost is subtle. People begin to obey outputs they don't understand because refusal feels irrational. The political cost is worse. Leaders can hide behind systems claiming inevitability instead of responsibility. Apply it now by asking, who chose the goal this system is optimizing for, and who can change it? Third key idea. Total control is brittle control. An algorithm can nudge behavior, flag dissent, and preempt gatherings, but the more uniform the system becomes, the less slack it has for surprise. If every employee's career depends on their score, curiosity dies. If every citizen's opportunities hinge on a composite reputation, trust collapses into self-censorship. You get order without wisdom, prediction without understanding. The regime appears omniscient until it misses what only free, motivated humans can see. Apply it now by cultivating one space in your life where you can be wrong, explore, and report back honestly. Fourth key idea. Propaganda once broadcast the same message to all. Recommendation engines now whisper tailored stories to each. That makes control feel personalized and therefore natural. You don't feel coerced if the feed already knows you. But personalization also fragments the public square into parallel realities that never collide, which helps authoritarian narratives by isolating dissent before it becomes solidarity. The network doesn't need to erase truth, it can simply drown it in individually satisfying fictions. Apply it now by deliberately seeking one account, voice, or outlet that you know you'll disagree with, and staying long enough to understand its appeal. Fifth key idea: resisting algorithmic totalitarianism isn't nostalgic, it's systemic. Harari's logic points to counterweights, human checkpoints in critical decisions, plural, competing data sources, auditable goals and logs, bright-line bans on impersonating humans with bots in civic spaces, and the social habit of slow deliberation, where speed is seductive but ruinous. The fight is less about smashing machines and more about setting rules for when machines may decide and when they must advise. Apply it now by writing down one category of decision in your life that machines can inform, but you commit to make with a human conversation.